So I'm going to go through this question again, but just quickly go through how you would approach it on the CAS calculator, and specifically how to define a function with a restricted domain on the CAS. So if we come over here and we go here, what I need to do is I need to define this function and specify that it has a restricted domain. So let's do that. I'm going to go, I've got f of x, then I'm going to define it by going control this, and then type in what the rule is. So in this case, x squared plus x. And now I need to specify the domain. So I'm going to go control this button such that. And now I'm going to go from -1 to 1. Now you have to use inequalities here. So I'm going to go -1, control this is less than or equal to x, control this is less than or equal to 1. I hit enter, and I have now defined it for this specific domain. If I now come to sketch this, so control add page, come here, I can now just type in f of x, and it's going to remember the restricted domain that I gave it. So there it is right there. And as you can see, it looks like what we've drawn here. Menu, window zoom, let's go box, and we just want this right here. And there is our graph in all its glory. And as you can see, we can probably just immediately recognize the x-intercepts and the endpoints. We can go menu, analyze graph. We could go the maximum, so from here to here. And as you can see, it's 1, 2, just as it was 1, 2 here. We can go menu, analyze graph, the 0, -1, 0. And then we can also find the minimum, menu, analyze graph, minimum, from here to here. Now, do you see how it's giving us, like, this is clearly -0.5, and then -0.25 is a -1/4, but it's never going to give it to you as written as fractions. It's always going to give you in decimals here. So the question is, sure, we can do it like this on the graphing part of the CAS, but can we figure out what the maximum and minimum would be on this section of the CAS? And you definitely can. I've written down the instructions here with some screenshots to help you out, but let's go through them right now. So what you can do to find this minimum, the minimum value, you can go menu, we can go calculus, and we can go function minimum. So function minimum. Then I'm going to type in f of x, comma x. So I want to find the x value for which it is a minimum, and I get x is equal to -0.5, just as we saw here. Now, to find the corresponding y value for this, I would go f of, and then -0.5. So I'm subbing that in, and as you can see, I get -1/4 out, and that would enable me to label this part right here. Then we would keep on going, and we could find the function minimum by going menu, calculus, function maximum. So to find the maximum value here, so the one up here, I think I said that correct. Yeah, the function maximum, the one up here. So I'm going to go f of x, comma x, like that. It's going to be x is equal to 1. Then I can go f of 1 is going to be 2. So the function maximum is going to be 1, 2. So that's how you do it, people. That's how you define a restricted domain. You can graph it, and then you can find the function min and function max by using those processes right there. Hopefully you found this useful.